And what if I told you that there are clear and unmistakable signs that God has chosen you for a mission far greater than you can imagine? Maybe not everyone is ready to hear this, but if you stay here until the end, you will discover things about yourself that may explain why your life has been exactly the way it is until today. Before we start, I want you to do something very simple. If this message touches your heart at any moment, subscribe to the channel now, turn on notifications, and leave your opinion in the comments so that this word can reach many more people who need to hear it. And share this video with someone special, because it may be exactly what God wants that person to hear today. Now, answer me honestly. Have you ever had this strange feeling that you don't completely belong to this world? As if your life had a deeper meaning, a greater purpose, something that has not yet been fully revealed, but beats inside you. This restlessness is not by chance. It is a calling. The Bible shows us that throughout history, God has always set apart people for special missions. People who were ordinary in the world's eyes, but extraordinary in His eyes. And when God chooses someone, He leaves visible and invisible marks, signs that cannot be erased and that completely change the way you live. But here's the detail that many ignore. Most of the chosen don't realize that they already carry these marks. And because they don't understand this, they spend years trying to fit into places that are not for them, forcing themselves to live patterns that do not match their essence. And this inner struggle, this constant discomfort, is not a flaw. It is a proof that you were born for something greater. Today, we are going to reveal what these 7 signs are, and the last one is so deep that few have the courage to talk about it. Maybe you will discover that you already carry 1, 2, or even all of these signs. And if that happens, you will understand once and for all that your story is not ordinary. So stay with me until the end, because what you are going to hear here can forever change the way you see yourself and God's plan for your life. Perhaps you have already noticed that certain people simply cannot remain around you. We are not talking only about distant acquaintances, but sometimes even family members, coworkers, or people who apparently had no reason to walk away. One day they are close, the next cold and distant. And you keep trying to understand, did I do something wrong? But what if I told you that this is not a problem, but a clear sign? When God places light inside someone, that light naturally exposes the darkness around them. It is not something visible to the naked eye, but it is felt spiritually. People with bad intentions, envy, or falseness feel uncomfortable, as if your very presence were a mirror revealing what they try to hide.
This is exactly what happened with Jesus. The Pharisees did not hate him because he had done something against them, but because his presence exposed their hypocrisy. In John 8:44, he directly confronted them, saying they had the devil as their father. In the same way, when you carry this light, you don't have to say a word for some to feel uncomfortable. Their distance can actually be God's protection, removing from your life people who would hinder your spiritual growth. But be careful. Often before they walk away, these people try to hurt you. They speak badly of you, twist your words, and create situations to tarnish your image. And here is the most important point. This is not about you, it is about what you carry. If you have experienced situations like this, understand that it is not bad luck or injustice. It is part of the calling. Another sign that few value but that completely changes the course of a chosen one's life is spiritual discernment. I am not talking only about intuition, but about the ability to perceive things before they are revealed to others. Maybe you have already felt that something was wrong even when everyone around thought everything was fine. Or you perceived hidden intentions in someone before any concrete proof. The chosen carry a sensitivity that goes beyond the natural. They detect changes in the environment, sense when there is danger, and recognize the truth where everyone else sees lies. In the Bible, Joseph, son of Jacob, lived exactly this. God gave him dreams about the future, But when he shared these revelations, he was ridiculed and even rejected by his own brothers. In Genesis 37:19, they called him a dreamer and planned to kill him. This is the price often paid for seeing beyond. Those with spiritual discernment are often misunderstood, seen as exaggerated or arrogant. But the truth is that God gives you this vision to protect you from traps and guide you on the right path. It is like an invisible alert that saves you from wrong decisions and dangers that could destroy your destiny. And maybe this explains another phenomenon that frequently happens in the life of the chosen: attracting conflicts without provoking them. You don't look for fights, you don't provoke anyone, yet some people seem to create problems out of nowhere. This happens because your life is a testimony that bothers those who live in lies. Your integrity is like a blade that cuts through disguises. Daniel, for example, did nothing against the rulers of Babylon, but his faithfulness to God was enough for them to hate him and plot against him. In Daniel 6:4, it is written that they could find no fault in him because he was faithful. Yet, he was thrown into the lion's den. The problem was never Daniel, but what he represented. And here is a powerful lesson. In the face of persecutions and injustices, don't waste time trying to convince those who have already decided not to believe in you. Daniel did not retaliate. He did not defend himself with the same weapons. He remained firm and let God be his advocate. If you have faced similar situations, understand, the chosen do not need to justify themselves before everyone. They just need to remain in their purpose. Perhaps since childhood, you have felt that you never fully fit in. You may be surrounded by people, yet feel an emptiness, a disconnection. This happens because, as Philippians 3:20 reminds us, our citizenship is in heaven. This world is not our final destination. Moses lived this same feeling. Raised as a prince of Egypt with status, power, and wealth, he still knew that this was not his definitive place. He chose to give up temporary pleasures to fulfill an eternal purpose. When God sets you apart, he takes you out of places that are not for you, even if they seem comfortable and safe. And there is a sign so pure and so subtle that many don't even notice it. Children and animals feel something special in the presence of the chosen. A baby staring at you with attention and smiling for no apparent reason. A dog approaching you even if it's shy with others. A cat seeking your lap without ever having seen you before. This is not by chance. Children and animals perceive what many adults cannot: God's presence in someone. They are not fooled by appearances because they feel the true energy you carry. It's like in the story of Balaam's donkey, who saw the angel of the Lord on the road before Balaam even realized it.
Now look at everything we have talked about so far. Light that drives away darkness, discernment that sees what others cannot, conflicts that arise without you provoking them, the feeling of never fully fitting in, the purity of children and animals perceiving something different in you, signs and dreams that guide your path, the power of a prayer that moves the impossible. If you have identified with one or more of these signs, know that it is no coincidence that you are hearing this now. It is a calling. God is reminding you of who you are and what you were born for. But here is the most important point. Recognizing the signs is only the beginning. God did not choose you so that you would keep this to yourself. He chose you to be light in the midst of darkness, to influence and transform lives, to bring hope where there is only despair. You are not here by chance. Every tear, every struggle, every loss, and every victory was part of the training for what is to come. And the world needs what you carry. So I invite you today to take your place. Do not wait to be ready, because God uses the willing, not the perfect. If this message has spoken to you, subscribe to the channel now, turn on all notifications, and write in the comments, "I carry the marks of the chosen." Share this video with as many people as possible, because there are lives waiting for this word, and you can be the instrument that God will use to bring it to them. Remember, the chosen are not like the others. They live for a greater purpose, carry signs the world does not understand, and walk paths few have the courage to follow. And if you are hearing this until now, it is because in some way, God is calling you to go deeper. Do not ignore it. Your story is only beginning. May the Lord bless you and strengthen you to fulfill everything He has already written about your life. You are not alone.